Being aware of your fear is smart. Overcoming it is the mark of a successful person. When you come out of a storm, you won't be the same person that walked in. That's what the storm is all about. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Do the thing you fear to do and keep on doing it. That is the quickest and surest way ever yet discovered to conquer a fear. Do not fear mistakes. You will know failure. Continue to reach out. Thinking will not overcome fear, but action will. He who is not every day conquering some fear has not learned the secret of life. There is no illusion greater than fear. Strength grows in the moments when you think you can't go on but keep going anyway. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. What would life be if we had no courage to attempt anything? Never trust your fears. They don't know your strengths. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. I've noticed when I fear something, if I just end up doing it, I'm grateful in the end. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Focus on where you want to go, not on what you fear. You can fall, but you can rise also. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. Obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it, go through it, or work around it. I wonder about all of the things we miss out on when we stay in our comfort zones, when we stay safe, when we don't take that chance that could change everything. One who gains strength by overcoming obstacles possesses the only strength which can overcome adversity. All the adversity I've had in my life, all my struggles and obstacles have strengthened me. Extreme fear can neither fight nor fly. Your hardest times often lead you to the greatest moments of your life. Never let your fear decide your fate. Strength grows in the moments when you think you can't go on, but you keep going anyway. Let it hurt, then let it go. Do not pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult on. Fear doesn't shut you down, it wakes you up. The beautiful thing about fear is that when you run to it, you run away. The purpose of fear is to raise your awareness, not stop your progress. Fear can only be mastered outside of your comfort zone. One of the happiest moments in life is when you find the courage to let go of what you can't change. There is enough strength within you to overcome anything in life. Take a deep breath. You will be fine. Where you are meant to be, you will be in time. Fear is only as deep as the mind allows. Do not be afraid. Our fate cannot be taken from us. It is a gift. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. Don't be pushed around by the fears in your mind. Be led by the dreams in your heart. Fears are nothing more than a state of mind. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Fear defeats more people than any other one thing in the world. You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. Fear is a reaction. Courage is a decision. The only way to get rid of the fear of doing something is to go out and do it. Feel the fear and take the first step anyway. Your largest fear carries your greatest growth. Do one thing every day that scares you. Don't let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. You are more powerful than you know. You are beautiful just as you are. Courage is fear that has said its prayers. To live a creative life, we must lose our fear of being wrong. Fear is temporary. Regret is forever. Don't fear failure. Fear being in the exact same place next year as you are today. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. The best way out is always through. You don't have to be fearless. Just don't let fear stop you. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, don't sit home and think about it. Go out and get busy. Our greatest fear should not be of failure, but of succeeding at things in life that don't really matter. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the assessment that something else is more important than fear. To overcome fear, here's all you have to do. Realize the fear is there, and do the action you fear anyway. Fear is a liar. It exaggerates everything. Let your dreams be bigger than your fears, and your actions be louder than your words. Nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. Sometimes, what you're most afraid of doing is the very thing that will set you free. Fears are educated into us, and can, if we wish, be educated out. Fear has a large shadow, but he himself is small. No power so effectually robs the mind of all its powers of acting and reasoning as fear. I'm not afraid of storms, for I'm learning to sail my ship. Fear is only as real as we make it. Don't fear change. Embrace it. Fear is never as bad as the anticipation of fear. Turn your face towards the sun, and the shadows will fall behind you. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. Fear is an illusion created by the mind. Fear of the unknown is the greatest fear of all. Fear of failure is a ticket to mediocrity. You wouldn't worry so much about what others think of you if you realized how seldom they do. If you are scared, it means you are about to do something really, really brave. Fear is the disease. Hustle is the antidote. Fear doesn't exist anywhere except in the mind. Fear is nothing but a state of mind. Never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. Courage is the power to let go of the familiar. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. He who has overcome his fears will truly be free. Fear is a natural reaction to moving closer to the truth. It's better to be a lion for a day than a sheep all your life. Fear is faith that it won't work out. Fear is a thief. It robs us of our potential. Do what you fear, and fear disappears. Fear is a dark room where negatives develop. Face your fears and doubts, and new worlds will open to you. Fear kills more dreams than failure ever will. Fear is only as deep as the mind allows. Your fear is 100% dependent on you for its survival. Courage is knowing what not to fear. The scariest moment is always just before you start. Don't fear failure. Fear being in the exact same place next year as you are today. Fear is a habit. So is self-pity, defeat, anxiety, despair, hopelessness, and resignation. You can eliminate all of these negative habits with two simple resolves. I can, and I will. There are times when fear is good. It must keep its watchful place at the heart's controls. There is no ghost so difficult to lay as the ghost of an injury. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Fear doesn't shut you down. It wakes you up. Fear is a liar. It exaggerates everything. Don't let your fear decide your future. Fear is a dark room where negatives develop. If you want to conquer fear, don't sit home and think about it. Go out and get busy. Face your fears and doubts, and new worlds will open to you. We should all start to live before we get too old. Fear is stupid, so are regrets. Fear is a liar. You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Fear has its use, but cowardice has none. Our greatest fear should not be of failure, but of succeeding at things in life that don't really matter. Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear is temporary. Regret is forever. Don't fear failure. Fear being in the exact same place next year as you are today. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. Fear is a liar. It exaggerates everything. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. Fear doesn't shut you down, it wakes you up. You are more powerful than your fears. Fear has a large shadow, but he himself is small. fear is the mother of foresight. Fear is not real. The only place that fear can exist is in our thoughts of the future. What we fear doing most is usually what we most need to do. The greatest mistake you can make in life is to be continually fearing you will make one. Fear is a reaction. Courage is a decision.